All right, everybody, welcome back to another deep dive.
Yeah.
This time we're looking at Cardano.
Cardano.
Or ADA, as they call it.
Right, ADA.
And, we had some interesting listener data come in.
Oh, cool.
Suggesting we take a look. And
yeah, let's do it.
we're going to see if this recent dip we've been seeing, is this a buying opportunity or
Yes.
is this trouble ahead?
Right.
We've got some charts, some expert analysis.
Okay.
Even some insights from a crypto analyst named DW.
Cool.
So let's dive in.
Let's do it.
So ADA.
So ADA took a dip.
Okay.
1.2% dip in the last 24 hours.
Okay.
So that brings it down to 1.0511.
Okay.
Now, that in itself isn't such a big deal, but
Right.
there are some other things going on.
Yeah, like what? What's got you particularly intrigued?
So let's look at the trading volume.
Okay.
You remember November 5th
Mm-hmm.
when Donald Trump announced his victory.
Right.
ADA's trading volume just went nuts.
Wow.
It jumped from $241 million
Well.
to $6 billion
Oh.
by November 16th.
What? That's incredible.
Yeah. So what explains that?
Yeah. What is that?
Well, I think it's probably a combination of factors, you know?
Okay.
Maybe some people see Trump's return
Uh-huh.
as a potential for economic uncertainty, and so they're looking to alternative assets like crypto.
Right.
Others might just be caught up in the frenzy, you know? They see ADA climbing. They don't want to miss out.
Yeah, the FOMO.
That's right.
The fear of missing out
Exactly.
gets us every time.
Yeah. But since then, the volume has come back down to about 3.7 billion.
Okay, so what does that tell us?
Well, it could be a sign that the initial excitement is fading.
Right.
And that could mean less upward pressure on the price.
Okay.
You know, trading volume is really key for understanding the sentiment in the market. And so a decline like this could suggest, you know, that investors are maybe changing how they feel about ADA.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got declining volume.
Right.
You also mentioned something called a liquidation heat map.
Yeah, so this is really cool. It's a visual representation
Uh-huh.
of where large amounts of ADA are ready to be bought or sold.
Okay.
And this heat map from CoinGlass
Yeah.
shows that there's a ton of liquidity concentrated around Jody 94.6.
Just to clarify for folks listening,
Yeah.
liquidity is how easily you can buy or sell something
Right.
without moving the price too much.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Okay, cool.
So if a lot of people decide to sell their ADA around that $1.94 mark, it could trigger a bigger price drop.
Right, so it's kind of like a tipping point.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so declining volume,
Right.
cluster of liquidity around 94 cents.
Yep.
Anything else we should be looking at?
Yeah, so that's where the technical analysis comes in.
Okay.
There are actually 3 indicators that suggest we might see ADA go down.
Okay, lay it on me. I love technical analysis.
All right.
So tell me what's going on.
So first we got the Bollinger Bands. Now think of those like guardrails for the price.
Okay.
So ADA is kind of bumping up against the upper band right now, and that usually means it's overbought.
Okay.
It's like driving a car and you're getting a little too close to the edge of the road.
Right.
You're probably going to want to steer back towards the center.
Right, you don't want to go over the edge.
Exactly.
Okay, so ADA might be due for a correction.
Right, exactly.
Back down to a more, realistic level.
Yeah, right, okay.
What else?
Next, we got Fibonacci retracement levels.
Oh, yeah, I love Fibonacci.
Yeah, this is cool.
So what is that telling us?
So these are basically points derived from this mathematical sequence.
Okay.
They can help predict where the price might reverse.
Okay.
For AEA, the 23.6% level is around 0.95, which, remember, that's where all that liquidity is concentrated.
Right around that 94-cent mark.
Exactly. So that makes it a really important area to watch.
Okay, so Bollinger Bands, Fibonacci levels, both kind of hinting that we might see a dip. What's the third indicator?
So this is the Relative Strength Index, or RSI.
RSI.
Yeah, it measures how strong the price movements are.
Okay.
And it helps you see if something's overbought or oversold.
Got it.
So think of it like a speedometer for the price.
Okay.
ADA's RSI is sitting at 84,
Okay.
which is really high.
Okay, so that's...
So it's moving up,
Uh-huh.
but it also might be running out of steam.
Okay, so it might be time for a break.
Yeah, potentially.
Okay, so we've got declining volume, this cluster of liquidity around 94 cents,
Right.
3 technical indicators, all kind of flashing warning signs.
Yeah.
Seems like ADA is headed for a dip. But didn't you say there's an analyst who thinks differently?
Yeah, analyst DW, actually.
Okay.
He thinks that there could be a V-shaped recovery on the hourly chart.
Okay.
He even suggests that it should go up to $1.32.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
That's optimistic given everything else we've talked about.
Yeah, and you always have to remember that these short-term predictions in crypto can be really volatile.
Right.
It's possible that we see a quick rebound, but I think those broader trends from the technical indicators are important to consider.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
So for someone holding ADA, what does all this mean?
Well, I think there are two potential scenarios.
Right.
The first is we see this, declining trading volume, and that concentration of liquidity push the price down towards that $94 to $95 range.
Okay.
The second is that buying interest picks back up,
Yeah.
and ADA rebounds towards $1.15 or even higher.
Okay, so dip versus rebound.
Yeah.
ADA's fate is kind of up in the air.
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Of course, got to remind everybody.
Yes.
This is all for informational purposes only.
Yeah.
You got to do your own research
Absolutely.
before making any investing decision.
Right. The crypto market is always changing.
Always.
And this is just one interpretation of what's happening.
Exactly. All right, so here's something to think about.
Yep.
Given everything we've discussed,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think is the most likely scenario for Cardano? Dip or rebound? Let us know. And until then, happy investing.
Yeah, keep those brains buzzing.
We'll see you next time for another deep dive.
See ya.